Today our topic for discussion is Introduction to Entrepreneurship. This course aims at getting an insight into the factors contributing to making a successful entrepreneur. All business activities revolve around the entrepreneur, and this process is known as entrepreneurship. The course will describe the making of a business plan and trace a venture from its start to close. Upon successful completion of this course, the students should be able to develop an understanding of the entrepreneurial perspectives of creating and starting new ventures, financing, managing and developing a new venture, and to end the venture so started. This course has in all 17 topics of learning. Our first topic will be the nature and importance of entrepreneurs. At the end of this first topic, students will be able to introduce the concept of entrepreneurship and its historical development. Explain the entrepreneurial decision process. Identify the basic types of startup ventures. And explain the role of entrepreneurship in economic development. An entrepreneur is an innovator who develops something unique by assuming risks for the sake of rewards. He decides his own destiny and takes the initiative in bringing together land, labor, capital and technology with a sense of achievement. He is self-driven with the inner fire burning, has locus of control of his actions and emotions, willing to accept failures as stepping stones to success. And he has a great sense of involvement and dedication in what he is doing. He is a visionary and looks ahead of time and never let go an opportunity to pass by. He is creative in his thinking and can steer change to keep pace with the changing world. Peter F. Drucker defines an entrepreneur as one who always searches for change, responds to it, and exploits it as an opportunity. A business that wants to innovate, wants to have a chance to succeed and prosper in a time of rapid change, has to build entrepreneurial management into its own system. Now let us understand the concept of entrepreneurship and its historical development. For that, we need to have a better idea about the term entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a French word literally meaning between taker or go between. Entrepreneurship is the process of creating something new with value by devoting the necessary time and effort, assuming the accompanying financial, psychic and social risks, and receiving the resulting rewards of monetary and personal satisfaction and independence. There are 4 basic aspects that could be understood from this definition. Creating new techniques of value both to the entrepreneur and to the consumer. Time and effort are to put forth in order to create and develop innovations. Risk-taking in the fields of financial, psychic and social areas are the essence, and rewards in the form of independence, personal satisfaction and monetary gains are earned. Let us look at certain glimpses of history. During the earliest period, merchants were active risk takers and capitalists were passive risk bearers. Marco Polo, the famous world traveler, was the pioneer entrepreneur who sold goods and signed contracts with investors of those days. During the Middle Ages, actors who managed large-scale productions and clerics in charge of architectural works were entrepreneurs who did not take any risks. During the 17th century, persons who dealt with government in contractual arrangements to perform services or supply goods at fixed contract prices, thereby bearing risks and earning profits, were termed entrepreneurs. In the 18th century, a differentiation was made between an entrepreneur and a capital provider called the venture capitalist. This was due to the advent of industrialization and inventions. In the 19th and the 20th centuries, from an economic perspective, entrepreneurs were considered as managers who organize and operate enterprise for personal gain. Entrepreneur was an innovator who reformed and revolutionized by exploiting inventions. Thus, the concept of innovation and newness became an integral part of the definition of entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurial decision process? Like all processes, the entrepreneurial decision process entails a movement from a present style to forming a new enterprise. So the change from the present lifestyle. Any type of change actually is difficult to accept and accommodate. Individuals change from their present lifestyles on a positive note to pursue a different career full of challenges and to satisfy their unfulfilled wants and needs. Negative factors like disruptions also change present lifestyles. This could be due to retirement, relocation, losing of jobs, etc. Possibility of new venture formation. Desire alone does not suffice to form new ventures. Possibilities are also decisive factors. Government support, marketing trends, background, role models, and finance contribute to creation of new ventures. Hence, the feasibility and the viability of a business enterprise take shape into a reality concept. Desirability of a new venture formation. A desire mostly influenced by an individual's culture, family, teachers and peers will pave way for formation of new ventures. When these desirable factors strongly encourage and place high values of a successful business venture, new enterprises are formed. Let us identify certain types of startup ventures. Once the process of change has taken its course of action, the types of ventures the different individuals will start can be classified as any one of the following. The first one is a lifestyle firm. It is a privately held small venture that supports the owners with modest growth prospects. The second one is a foundation company. It is also privately held and does not go public, but formed out of research and development and growth prospects, and may not be fast but reasonably good. High potential ventures. Such ventures are highly publicized and venture capitalists show great interest, and they have very high growth rates and are usually called as gazelles, as they are very much required for the economic development of a country. Now to move on to understand the role of entrepreneurship in economic development. Actually, entrepreneurship brings about increase in per capita output, increase in per capita income, change in structure of the society, and increase in growth and development of the economy. So entrepreneurial inventions actually pave way for developing new products and services and stimulate investment opportunities. Thus, the equation of demand and supply of both goods and services and the purchasing power is well balanced. Product evolution is a process through which innovation develops and commercializes through entrepreneurial activity, which stimulates economic growth. This process has a critical point wherein knowledge of an innovation should be matched with the social needs by applying entrepreneurial expertise so as to provide what is accepted and wanted by the society. Innovations can be ordinary with no uniqueness, or technological with significant advancement, or a breakthrough with new technology. Let us look at some very famous entrepreneurs of our times. The first name which we can really think about is Benjamin Franklin. In a real sense, Franklin was America's first entrepreneur. Franklin truly was a model of what many of us would become. Beneath the statesman's mantle resided a popular author, a printer, and an inventor. And he was also a very savvy businessman. He knew how to commercialize the fruits of his fertile mind. The next person whom we can think about is Thomas Alva Edison. What do you say about the man who gave the world the electric light, talking motion pictures, and more than 1300 other patent inventions? That he was the greatest and world's inventor? Certainly. But he was also able to exploit the profit potential in his creations. An entrepreneurial bent that asserted itself when Edison was a teenager, printing a newspaper in the baggage car of a rolling train and then selling copies to passengers. His impact on the way people live was and is pervasive. As a combination of inventive genius and entrepreneurial flair, he actually stands alone. Henry Ford. Ford also fundamentally changed human lifestyles by making available a vehicle, the Model T, that vastly extended people's range of movement. The automobile would allow America's masses to fulfill their manifest destiny to populate every corner of the continent. But his most profound impact was on the industry itself. The moving assembly line he designed to build his cars was a signal breakthrough of the industrial age. Appropriately, Ford earned the seed capital for his enterprise by working as an engineer at the Edison Illuminating Company in Detroit. Ray Kroc. He was a kitchenware salesman who in 1954, at the age of 52 and in poor health, had his imagination hijacked by a family-run restaurant in the desert outside Los Angeles. Once he had bought out the McDonald's brothers, Kroc proceeded to make their concept of a limited menu, fast service and low prices and expand it nationally. In the process, he created the food industry revolution. It actually dramatically affected America's lifestyle, but sadly also the collective health. And definitely in the computer world, we know of the very famous names like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and many more such. So entrepreneurs did have an impact, do have an impact in the economy, and their contribution to the world for the product innovation and its commercialization is commendable. So that will be the end of our learning, topic 1. And we should be moving on to topic 2, the entrepreneurial and intrapreneurial mind. Thank you.